Well, here we are into January, and certainly old man winter has arrived. You know, early this week we had that significant storm that started in Kansas and went right along I-70. This morning we're actually still having customers impacted in that Cincinnati area, believe it or not. Some of those that are off the main roads are still having ice issues. Now we got a storm starting right now down in Dallas, going across I-20. It's going to be all the way over to Atlanta. So it's going to be really, really challenging. You know, we've had a number of shipper and receiver challenges. They have people that can't get to work, so we got loads that aren't available. We want to deliver loads, they're not open. So, you know, we got a lot of challenges going on there. But one thing I do want to say is this week, you've all done a great job of shutting down when it's not safe to drive. So far, we've only had one driver that's run off the roadway, which is really, really great considering the storm we've had. Don't be the next one. Shut down when it's not safe.
And talking about shutting down, thank you for communicating when you're going to shut down. So please continue to do that. Call ops, let them know what's going on. The ops team is working very hard. We've got a number of shippers and receivers that by the hour, some of those are closing or reopening or giving us new times. So that's not easy to juggle, so we're trying to work through that. So please over communicate right now, work with the team, and they are working with your shipper and receiver to make sure when they're open, when they're closed.
You know, talking about being safe, December was our best December in the last 3 Decembers for DOT preventable accidents, all preventable accidents, and personal injuries. So great job on being safe last month.
Hey, great improvement overall in safety and backing, but our backing is still a little bit too high. So please get out and look. We'll continue to talk about that over and over again. So please take the time to do that. Make sure that we don't hit any yellow deer, so to speak. Also, slips and falls. It's icy time, and I've been practicing my puff and walk numerous times already. So please be careful in parking lots and getting in and out of your tractors. As they get wet, they become more slippery, and just be patient and slow down.
You know, we had a few more drivers this last month get injured using the dolly. Again, that's a preventable injury. You don't need to get injured while you're using the dollies, as you know what to do. But one of the tips we had from a driver that we were having lunch this week, we were talking about it, is he said, hey, I don't even mess with it if I'm at one of our shippers and receivers that I know has a yard jockey. I wait till that yard jockey comes by and I said, hey, can you come in there, use your hydraulic lift and either lift it up higher or if I need to drop it down, hook to it and then drop it down. Let them do that. Let that machinery do the heavy work and be safe out there. It might take you 10 minutes, might take you 15 minutes to do it, but that's better than getting injured.
CSA update for the week. We are seeing an uptick in the maintenance area of brakes and air leaks. So please do a great pre-trip. Look at the cracking and charring on your brake lines, air hoses, and double check your brakes. And also cell phones. One touch only. Please stay off the cell phones, hands-free.
Another thing we saw is a few more violations for bypassing scales, and we talked to those drivers about what happened. They were not in that right lane as they were approaching the scale, so they were waiting for, hey, am I going to get a bypass or not? Once they actually got there and it was like, no, you need to pull in, they couldn't get over because of traffic. So make sure as you're approaching those scales, you're in that proper lane because you may get pulled in. And remember, when you are getting inspected, and all times if you're required on your DOT physical, make sure you're wearing your glasses.
Also, thefts continue to be on the rise, so please find a safe place to park. Make sure it's well lit, look for a good location, and make sure your lock is on your trailer. Keep our freight secure.
You know, some of you may have seen them, but we've been sending messages out to areas that we know that are right now hot spots for thefts or seals being broken. And if you're going into one of those areas and thinking about parking, one, if you can park somewhere else, please do. But if you do park in that area, make sure you're in a good spot, a well-lit spot, and make sure you have the lock on your trailer.
Great news. We have another quarterly bonus payout, and that will pay out on Thursday, January 16th for our company drivers, and on Friday, January 17th for our owners. And also, the December total comp statement is available on the app.
Hey, and for those of you that do get that total comp statement and are on per diem, there's been a change in that per diem amount. It's gone to a half cent. And so as when our program ran, it kind of rounded that, and your numbers aren't going to add up quite right on the top of that as you see that. So don't panic. You're still getting paid the right amount, and hopefully by next month we'll get that corrected, and those total comp statements listed up where they list the per diem versus your per mile will be accurate and not round that number. Also, cab cards, beginning of the year, we need our new registrations, so go to one of your terminals, stop by and get your cab card. Also pick up your IFTA sticker. They're available at all our terminals right now. You must have that new cab card in your truck by February 1st.
Facilities update, Wilmer, lots going on there. For the Wilmer, the office and driver area should be available by early February. Team's doing a great job. Parking lot should be done by March. Do need your help on that. We're going to keep having to move people around from one lot to the next lot, and parking will be moving from week to week as we're finishing up construction. So please be patient. Understand that you may not always be able to park closest to a building, as we'll have to relocate parking continuously until we get the total parking lot finished.
Finally, a great benefit we have here at Creek Carrier is the Creek Carrier Scholarship. You know, any eligible dependent that is going to a 2- or 4-year college anywhere in the U.S. can apply for this scholarship. So please go to creekcarrier.com for more information, because that application is due January 31st, and that'll be here before you know it.
Thank you for everything you do. Stay warm and be safe.
Thank you, everybody.